Well, howdy, everybody. Theresa here. It is March 9th, 2016. Wednesday morning. I had to think of what day it was. Ouch, Charlie. Charlie, that's my foot you're standing on. Thank you. It is 10:51 a.m. and Charlie was standing on his mom's foot. Oh, no, I love you too, baby. He's coming over here to get some love up. Oh, don't hit your head. That was him hitting his head on the table. He's big enough if he stands on your foot and he does not really paying attention. You're like, this kind of really hurts. Anyway, weather-wise, it's 39 degrees out. Real full temperature 39. The high will be 48 and the low will be 27. Now, the area of Florida that we're moving in today, the weather is in the mid-70s. So, vast difference. But it's sunshiny out. And the wind isn't wickedly howling. So, that's all good. And not much longer. What are we at now? We are at basically 5 weeks. Last night, since I made my video so late, Brad just cooked up some, we had bought those marked down hamburger patties. He cooked up some of those, and then, what do you make with it? Oh, some French fries. He cooked me 2 hamburger patties, and he had sauteed a bunch of mushrooms to put on it since we had, that big haul of mushrooms. We kept out 1 pint of them in the fridge, and he used them last night. But I could only eat 1 hamburger patty, and then just a few of the fries. I just, couldn't eat anymore, which is fine. And I just sat and loomed. He said, you're really stressed out. We've been having a rough couple of days with some stuff going on. He said, why don't you just sit and do some looming? So I was like, okay. So this is my latest finished hat. It's got that eyelash yarn fur on the inside. This is the inside cuff. And then I just did simple stripes going all the way up. And my signature button. So that is available if anybody's interested in purchasing it. I don't even have it listed on Etsy yet. That's my dog going crazy. I do not know why. Today I need to do some packing. I'm going to go in as soon as I take my pills. When I get done with this, then I'm going to go into the art studio, and I'm going to start packing up a majority of it. We're getting close enough now. It's time to just start packing boxes. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make an entire inventory sheet in a different color. Nixie, that's enough. No, come. Sorry about that. Sit. 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 Good girl. She's getting a little crazy about whatever. So seeing something that excites her. Yeah, she's trained, as you can tell. I don't have hers here. But anyway, sorry. I'm going to be making a whole inventory list on probably a plain piece of paper, detailing, and then I'm going to tape that to the side of the box. So it'll really stand out. And I know you may say that's kind of, silly. But how many times have we all moved and you're like, I know in one of these boxes is something you need. So you end up opening, box after box looking to find that one item that you need. Well, this will solve that, because if I have an inventory list of, see, I have my tart warmers in this box, or I have some of my leftover candle oils, or etc., then, I know exactly what's in the box, especially in the kitchen, because, that's something that you will need right away is your kitchen items and stuff. So, you know, I'm going to be making detailed list of this box contained, you know, horror props, and contained maybe, I don't know, candles, and that kind of stuff, so that we know what stuff is. Basically, since we'll be putting some things in storage when we get down there, and if you have to go into the storage unit to find something you need, you don't want to have to spend all day opening up box after box. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And what else? When I'm done with this, I'm going to put some chicken in a crock pot, chicken thighs. I'm making teriyaki chicken. And I think it is by the maker of Louisiana. It's a great big bottle that you buy at Dollar Tree. And it's a really good, nice teriyaki marinade. And I cook my chicken in it, and it's not overly salty. And I'll add some garlic, some ginger, and I'll probably add like onions. I'm going to add some cabbage. I probably might add some Brussels sprouts. You know, I know my husband doesn't like them. He doesn't have to eat them, but I like them. And they're good for you. And I need to use them. And probably some carrots. Some mixed veggies. And then I'll cook some rice to go with it tonight. Some plain white rice. We finally remembered to get some more. So it'll be a nice dinner that way. And that way, like I said, I want to be working on doing some more packing. We got to get the show on the road. Another thing I want to start is I do want to start another blog. But since somebody tried to hack into my account with Google Plus, and for some reason then they completely deleted my blog about this journey of moving and stuff, I want to go with a different site. If any of you blog, do you blog on another site besides Google Plus? Let me know, because I want to start that on the 15th, which will be 1 month out for it. So I'd like to do that. And then later on tonight, after dinner, what I want to concentrate on doing is I'm going to sit down and make a different type of hat. Probably a newsboy with a visor hat. I want to start making some different types of hats, to expand my line some more. This is one of my headbands that I am making that's super comfortable. And it completely around. I mean, so I really like them. This happens to be my own personal one. But anyway, that's what I'm working on. Brad's back at work. We had some surprises, like I said, and I guess he's gonna have to stop by his mom's house on the way home from work. Get this, okay? I've told you guys, the woman all the time insists on coming into the dealership, even if he's busy and stuff. Well, he got a letter from contained to some business about his father's will. He thinks she opened it because that's the only way that she would know what the letter said that was addressed to him. But anyway, no, she can't drop by the dealership. She wants him to come over to the house. And it's like, and she texts him, and it's like, okay, so that's proof that she doesn't know how to text. He could be all along stopping by to get his stuff instead of her bringing in stuff, but whatever. Not much longer. And I'm getting to the point where I just don't even care anymore. It's like, game over. That's all I really got going on. Like I said, I do not have anything listed on eBay for sale. I probably will here very soon. that's about it. You know, just kind of taking care of stuff and doing a lot of thinking about, you know, the future and future plans and all that kind of fun stuff. You know, all you can do. The stress is starting to get to both of us on a number of things, but that's life and we're handling it. And, you know, I've kind of lost a lot of motivation to really be cleaning this house a whole bunch, which I think is understandable, and especially since everything is kind of in a disroar anyway. So to me, it's more important to just get things packed and clean each room, you know. So that's what I'm going to be doing. But what do you guys got going on? Anything fun? Anything interesting? St. Patrick's Day is soon, on the 12th. Then daylight saving time happens, I think on the 13th. And then the next week is Easter already. A month going by fast, really fast. Really, really fast. So, yeah. Like I said, just tying up a lot of loose ends on a lot of stuff. So, you know how that goes. To get in Nixie's medical service dog patches and got those on her harness. So she's all set to go. I still need to print out another letter, you know, because she had been trained to alert. I don't know if she would do it with me, but to alert if my husband starts to act kind of strange because his blood sugar has dropped down so low, you know. And she does too. She'll start alerting. She'll start jumping on him and start, you know, barking and stuff. And, you know, somehow she senses. I don't know if it's kind of maybe a chemical. They kind of explain it's kind of a chemical that you might put out in your sweat and stuff. But yeah, she does. So, you know, got that for her. And we're still working with Charlie. If you hear crunching, that's him eating. He does this every day. CJ's not feeling real hot. I think she's got another bladder infection. She gets those pretty often, and no, it isn't just because of the diaper. She was getting them way before we put her in diapers. In fact, that's why she was leaking and stuff. And because of her age and stuff, there really isn't anything they can do about it. That's why we just keep her comfortable. When she gets another flare-up, then we put her back on the antibiotics and some aspirin and make her comfortable. Last night, I was up at 2 o'clock in the morning. I was changing her diaper, you know, because she had wet in it, you know, and you got to change those right away so they don't get more infection, and cleaning her up and putting clean diaper and clean diaper cover on her, and got her some aspirin, got her an antibiotic and some peanut butter on bread. And, you know, of course, then when you do that, you have to give all 3 of the other dogs. What I do usually cut a piece of bread in 4. And you know, they all get a little bit of peanut butter, and that's how I give them their pills. And I did give Missy a baby aspirin too, because of her arthritis. So I don't know. She seems comfortable now. She seems to be she's sleeping and everything. Right, CJ? CJ, what are you doing, CJ? Just kind of laying there. Oh, I know, sweetie. We have no idea how old she is, because she was, this is her 3rd home. She was owned by an elderly lady who passed away from cancer, and then her family couldn't take her. They all had flown in, and they all lived back east, so she was taken to a Humane Society, and adopted by my brother's now ex-wife. And then she couldn't take the dog, and my brother wasn't taking care of the dog. So we took the dog. We kept the dog when he moved out. She had attached herself to us. So we have no idea how old she is. The vet thinks that she's over 10 years old. So, but she seems happy enough. That's all you can do. So I hope everybody's having a great weekend, or not weekend. Today's hump day. I am just so frazzled. This is one of those mornings where my mind is going about 20 different directions inside. You guys can't see it, but it's all, yeah. It's like one of those super freeways. It has all the curvy stuff all over it, and just, may look like a four-leaf clover with all the different twists and turns and that. And that's what happens with an ADHD mind, and if you have Asperger's too, and it's just like your mind is kind of go. So that's why a lot of times you see me kind of having trouble staying on track, or I may repeat myself because I'm trying to formulate one path when in my mind I'm going 20 different paths. And in my mind it makes perfect sense, but then when I try to spill it out, I have trouble sometimes, and that's why. I was watching Sylvia Phillips, her and her husband, he has Asperger's too, talking about what it's like to be married to somebody with Asperger's, and, they said it very well that sometimes people think that maybe you're a psychopath. It's like, no, I just have Asperger's. I'm not a psychopath. It's just, you got to be in this mind. It's going like 20 different directions all the time. And my husband will tell you that sometimes he'll be sitting there, and I'll start like we were having a conversation right in the middle of it, and he'll go, wow, that was way off in left field. And it's like, I know, but, in my mind it wasn't, because, we were having a conversation, and or it might be a conversation that we were having 3 weeks ago, and I'll pick up, and, oh well. I'm fun to live with, though, a lot of times it's a lot easier for people to verbally bash me and say I'm an awful person, or I'm a psychopath, or whatever, instead of truly sitting down and going, well, she's wired a little bit differently than most of us, and everybody is on the autism scale, or is, in our day it was called Asperger's. We're all different too, and I'm not a psychopath, and I'm not stupid by any means. But I'm just wired a little bit differently. And, I'm very creative. And so then you throw that process in with everything else. And it's kind of like I cannot draw a straight line. And I always draw everything slightly curved. And that's just part of how I see everything. And so when you see me pause, and it seems like I'm having trouble remembering what I want to say, it's because in my mind I'm going 20 different ways. I'm always make a cheat sheet of just words to clue me in on what I want to talk about next, even though I do this every day. So anyway, I just wanted to explain a little bit about, if you see, especially some days I seem to be very, very jumbled, and you've noticed that maybe I'll start talking about something, and then I'll jump onto something else, and then I may come back to what I was talking about. Just bear with me. It's just the way I am, and I'm a very fun, loving, person. I'm not crazy and I'm not a psychopath or anything, you know, but it's easy for people that never were your friend or who want to do you harm and stuff to label you and, you know, and say mean things about you. And I know there have been some YouTubers that I thought were my friends that have even made videos about me, making fun of me and stuff. And, you know, more power to them. I don't care. You know, that just shows what kind of person they are. You know, I am who I am, and I am what God made. You know, God makes us all in His image, and He makes us all different. And this is just what He made me to be. You know, and trust me, I've been tested, you know, 3 or 4 times, and I'm not crazy at all. You know, so anyway, I just wanted to explain that, and that's all I'm gonna say about that whole thing. You know, people that wanna say mean things and make fun and judge and, you know, label me, that's on them. You know, I only need to worry about one person judging me, and that's the man upstairs. So, you know, that's all we can do. And before I let you go, you guys, why didn't you remind me? Let's have a drink of coffee. Oh. How is your coffee? My coffee is wonderful. Just wonderful. If you haven't ever checked out my dear friend Nancy Today, and it's spelled just like today, check out her channel. She is a wonderful, funny woman, and, you know, she also has ADHD, and very creative and funny and loving and just a beautiful soul. And just check out her channel too. I love watching her. I've been having me a Nancy Today marathon. You know, I've been watching some of her older videos, and she's been on here for years and years and years, and just love her. Anyway, I'm going to let you guys go because I need to upload this, and I need to take all my water pills. Then I need to go in the blue room and start. The reason I call it blue room, let me explain this real quick. On one wall, I painted a great big painting for my husband on one entire wall, which is this mountain scene. So and it's blue. The background, you know, is primarily blue. So we always call it the blue room. It's been where I used to make candles. I used to have a sewing room in there. It's basically always been a crafting room. You know, now my art studio is in there and stuff. So that's why sometimes you'll catch me, instead of calling it the art studio, I'll say it's the blue room. That's why. So, Charlie, just people can drive down our street. He's like, no, they can't. So, one more thing. Let me give my shout out to my friend Dina. Love you, girl. You got about 20 million things going on right here. So I'm not ignoring you. Charlie, and that's enough. They don't want to hear you. Be so rude. Alright, come. Sit. 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 Good boy. But, yes, even though I have multiple dogs, they are trained to behave. I have to. Especially if you have big dogs. You have to lovingly let them know who is the master if they have strong-willed dogs. No, you don't have to beat them or anything, but a lot of constant training and stuff. So, this one used to be a wild child. Oh, Lord. He used to be so wild, so destructive that, yeah. Anyway, love you guys, and I cherish your friendship. And I think you're all some beautiful people, you know. That's why I look for the beauty of a person inside. You know, that true essence of beauty, not the outside. You know. but the true beautiful person you are inside. And I hope you're all having a great day, and I think you're awesome. And I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.